And we are live, all you Aggies and Tar Heels here at the Greensboro Ice House. I am Ben Shelton alongside Luke Lee, and though these might be two teams that we're unfamiliar with, these two teams coming here today on neutral ice here in Greensboro as the Tar Heels and the Aggies get after it, as the Aggies have had a couple games here in North Carolina as the Tar Heels end up with the puck. O'Shaughnessy chips it in. The Aggies get it on the outside. That is Shen. Shen sends it up. That is to Leon. Leon, that's the first save there for the goaltender of UNC. That is Brown. Brown, and that is O'Shaughnessy who gets it down to Edwards. Edwards gets it to Leon. Leon gets it taken away, and O'Shaughnessy will try and go behind the net. The Aggies send that one out. Gets stopped by Edwards. As there's an Aggie down on the ice right now. O'Shaughnessy fights for it in the corner. O'Shaughnessy sends it back down the side to Edwards. Edwards fights for it in the corner with McDowell. McDowell of the Aggies. As Edwards is there. Sends it up top. Gets it hit by the skate of Leon. And Leon will get that off the ice. Edwards ends up with the puck. Edwards sends that one up all the way to Grady. Grady gets hit into the boards there. The Aggies just showing how much they can handle. Good defensive stick there by Zajic. Zajic gets it up, and UNC will go for a little bit of a line change. No icing there for the Tar Heels, as that is Cosman. Cosman sends it over. McClung sends it in, and that will be icing there for the Aggies, and the Tar Heels will go all the way in the other zone. And, I mean, just coming out the gates, these guys are all skating like they've got a fire lit under them.
It's really lucky for both teams to have a stoppage in play here. It's been physical. It's been fast so far. Both these teams are at each other's throat to start this game off.
Yeah, Ryan sends that one into the corner. UNC wins that race. That's Zajic. Ryan sends it off the back of the net. Almost got it there to a Tar Heel. Zajic sends that one in. A block there from the alternate captain, Cosman, for the Aggies. Cosman tries to win the race against Pazula. Pazula gets it back from his teammate. Pazula tries to make a move, but an Aggie is there, and a good stick there from the Aggies. Zajic ends with it in the blue line. Zajic takes a shot. That is blocked aside there by Burdett. The Tar Heels doing a great job of keeping it in their defensive zone. And just as I say that, the Aggies going the other way. That's a great move there and a shot, but a block there in front. That was Burdett again. The Aggies get that one out. And a good opportunity here for Vagla, one of the alternate captains here for this squad. As the Aggies take that one away, that's Spearman. Spearman gets it taken away from him, but it ends up on the stick of Smith. Smith sends that one in, and Tannen will win that race for the Tar Heels. Vagla to Mangle. Mangle tries to send that one in. Vigilina goes off the ice for a change, and the Aggies have a good chance, but Tannen gets that one. O'Shaughnessy chips it off the boards to himself. O'Shaughnessy fighting for the puck. He gets it all by himself. Gets it to Kendrick Holmes. Kendrick Holmes, good pass there to Shaughnessy, but a good breakup there was McDowell. The Aggies send that one in and just decide to dump and line change. Edwards behind his net. Decides the quarterback. Just too much there. It ends back up on the stick of Edwards. Edwards sends that one off the boards. The Aggies can't recover as the Aggies just skating around looking for an opening. As there is Norwood. Norwood, another one of the alternate captains here for this squad on this starting lineup. As there is McDowell. McDowell turns that in, gets it taken away by Grady. McDowell sends it back. And we'll see Norwood with the puck. Norwood sends it back to McDowell. McDowell will have it taken away from the ref. McDowell looking for anything. McDowell finds his teammate. A good fight for it in the boards, and McDowell ends up with it again. Good takeaway there by O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy trying to make a move. O'Shaughnessy almost made a filthy dangle there. Edwards at the blue line, sends it off the wall. Tar Heels really buzzing so far. Good pass! And a Grady shot that gets swallowed up there by Circus, the goalie here for the Aggies. Another shot there that gets tipped in front, and they score! Just pounding away at the goalie. Grady just finds the rebound from Circus, and it's 1-0 Tar Heels.
Really good job by the Tar Heels to be able to move that puck around, get different guys the puck, get different looks right there. They were patient with it. They're moving fast. They're moving smart. And eventually, if a shot doesn't go through, they're able to get that rebound to kind of knock that one in. 1-0 Tar Heels.
Yeah, both teams playing with a lot of speed, but when the Tar Heels have that much ice time, it leads to a goal there. Ryan sends it over. Zajic has the puck, sends it back to his D-man.
They're just moving so fast.
Yeah, absolutely. As that is Cosman who wins that race for the Aggies, and he'll send it up. Ryan chips it down back on his own stick. Ryan to Zajic. Zajic sends it in, and Doig gets the hit a little late, but Pelota gets there first. Pelota tries to make a little drop pass, but taken away there by the Aggies. That's Cosman. Cosman able to recover the puck there. Leone tries to make his move. Leone gets it taken away. Good stick there from a Tar Heel. And the Aggies will keep a hold on to it. And we'll see if they can create anything. That's a first good opportunity they've had so far. As there is an Aggie that takes a shot, gets blockered aside there from Brown. Perry has the puck. He sends it up to his blue line. As we'll get number 16. That's as the PA announcer. Not something that we're used to here in the Greensboro Ice House, but it's a nice little touch. And the Aggies get a breakaway. There's numbers, but a fanned-on shot there. And he'll get his own rebound. But a good tip there. That was an Aggie in the corner now. Aggies have it. As White and multiple other Tar Heels fight for it in the corner. Ends up on the Tar Heel stick. Over to Mangle. Mangle makes a nice little move there, but it gets broken up. As Kendrick Holmes sends that one through, and Vizhlina tried to get a tip, but that should be an icing call, and it will be as the Tar Heels win the race to that puck.
And even with the score only being 1-0 early on, well, I mean, a goal early on is great, but it's been all Tar Heels so far. As hard as as hard and as fast as these teams are hitting right now, the UNC has had this puck in their O zone the majority of their time. They've been dominating, just having possession overall. Yeah,
UNC having a pretty up and down season, but they've been really good in the last couple of games, and that is just a absolute lit up there from Kendrick Holmes. As the Aggies will have it in their offensive zone, tries to make a move. O'Shaughnessy takes that one away. Gets it to Kendrick Holmes. Kendrick Holmes gets it up, as that is Cauber who will send that one in the zone. As Grady ends up with it, the goal scorer. Grady makes a move, but it gets it taken away by an Aggie, but Edwards hits it right back in, but the Tar Heels are offsides. Cauber again. He sends that one in, as Glonick will get it taken away from Jones. As Cauber has it again. Sends it off the boards. Almost a great opportunity there, but a good keep in there from Norwood. As Edwards, that is Jones. Brown. Brown will be able to cover that puck.
And as brief as that was really the Aggies' best offensive action they've shown so far. So to have a face-off in their offensive zone is going to be huge for them to try to get something going, because North Carolina is moving, and they are moving fast.
Yeah, absolutely. The Aggies playing a game last night against the in-state rival of the Tar Heels, the Wolfpack, as they lost. As there's a save there from Brown, but they lost 7-3. So the Aggies are looking to bounce back after a lackluster season compared to the other ones. They're 3-7-1 in ACHA play. If there's a save there. And another save, as they're just pounding away on it. The Tar Heels, still no puck has been covered, as Glonick ends up with it. Glonick takes a shot, but it gets blocked aside. And the Tar Heels having so much puck possession as the net will leave its bearings. And we will see a face-off in the offensive zone of the Tar Heels. And the Tar Heels will go for a full line change.
And you need a line change right now. Your team's moving fast. They're hitting. It's very, very, very physical so far. So to be able to get some new legs out there is definitely going to help out the Tar Heels.
Yeah, Patula goes in to take the draw. As Ride has it in the quarter, sends it off to Doig. Doig looking for anything. Makes a nice little move to get some separation, but just couldn't handle the pass there. As Ryan fighting for it in the corner again, Doig is there. As there's some physicality being shown here in the early stages of this game. Pelota ends up with the puck on his stick. He's got numbers. Pelota takes a shot down low, but goes wide there. The Tar Heels taking shots on and shots frequent. Zajic sends that one up to Pelota. Pelota tries to get it right past him. Doig ends up with the puck on his stick. Doig tries to make a move, gets it taken away. As here is the Aggies. That is Haskley. As here is Gleason again, gets it to Doig. Doig out, just wins that race to that puck, and he'll chip that one in and go for a line change as Cauber fights to contest. The forecheck of this Tar Heels team, they've had a lot of ice time in their offensive zone. Grady gets it in. The Aggies have it, but gets it taken away again as the ends up on the stick of Tanner. Nice cross chance, and the net will come off its crease, but just couldn't handle that one as McCaig comes up from his defensive position to try to take that one-timer, but just fans on it and runs straight into the goal.
And you talked about it earlier, the Aggies have spent a lot of time in their defensive zone. They haven't spent a whole lot of time in the O-zone, and part of that has to do with the fact they've struggled in transition, trying to move that puck past the UNC blue line. So really solid opportunity. They're in neutral zone, so they aren't exactly there yet, but they're on the Tar Heels side of the neutral zone. Yeah,
Perry and O'Shaughnessy will take that as O'Shaughnessy wins that draw down to Kendrick, as Grady will end up with that on the back of his stick. Grady sends it off the board to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy just decides to chip that one in, as there'll be a race for the puck. Tar Heels take that one away. O'Shaughnessy ends up with it. Ends her up in Kendrick Holmes. Grady has the puck again, almost gets it taken away, and then finally does. That's Leone. Leone gets that one taken away, and some good sticks here so far. Here's a chance for Cauber. Cauber looking for a man. Cauber gets it taken away, and the Aggies have possession, but not for long, as they take it right back away. And here's Leone again. Leone with the chance, but just Glonek able to stay right in front of him. Good defensive play. As there's Kendrick Holmes. Kendrick Holmes gets it taken away. The Aggies have it right on the inside. Takes a shot. A nice little pass there, but another time that the net has fallen off its bearings, but Brown has done a great job here stopping any shot that's really came his way.
And you talked about it, yeah, he's done a very, very good job. Hasn't had too many opportunities so far because they've really struggled in transition, especially when you have one guy. Leone's done most of the work here, trying to get the puck inside of their O-zone, and really nobody else has been able to step up, so we'll see if that changes here.
As O'Shaughnessy comes in to take that draw with McQuaig, I believe. We'll see here as UNC gets tied up there.
Just got out-muscled right there.
Yeah, absolutely. As Glonek gets that puck, sends it all the way across as the captain stops that one. That is Sowers. Sowers is the captain for this Aggies team. Just shown a lot of leadership here as the team made him feel like he deserved it. And that one will get sent up to the netting, as that is a shot there from White.
And if you're Texas A&M, you're definitely feeling a little bit relieved that shot went up there because you spent a whole lot of time on defense. You're getting tired. Gives you a chance to get some fresh legs. And especially when you got a guy breaking in like that, it's definitely a little bit intimidating as a goalie.
Yeah, Galena wins that, gets it up to Zajic. Zajic takes a shot. Good block in front there by Burdett. Burdett has been good on this Aggies blue line so far, blocking some shots and having active sticks. As here's Zajic. Zajic gets it on the inside, makes his move. Zajic sends it back to Vigilina. Takes a shot there and got tipped in front there, but a good save, stick save, and another opportunity here. There's been a lot of great opportunities for the Aggies, or excuse me, for the Tar Heels, but the Aggies have been able to overcome some of them. Another takeaway. That'll end up on Viglina's stick, as Gleason will take it behind his crease, fake the curl, and go all the way. Oh, nice opportunity there, but it gets taken away by an Aggie, as Gleason gets that one in the corner. Gleason, his stick went with the puck there, but I don't know whose stick that was. Oh, no, that was an Aggie stick. That was Jacob Smith. Smith with his stick back gets it down, but Gleason is there to take that one away, but a good block. Zajic gets it up. Here's Mangle. Mangle skates up the ice. Mangle will just dump and switch as the entire Tar Heels will get a change. As here is Norwood. Norwood makes his move. Norwood takes it in himself. Norwood skates around. Tries to get it on the inside. Good stick there from Brown to make sure that the pass could not be easily handled. Norwood sends it back in the zone as the Aggies will go for a line change. Everyone but Dufrinsky. Doig ends up with the puck on the back of his stick. Doig sends that one up, gets taken away by an Aggie. Iglina, as we'll just chip that one into center ice. That's McGlory. Gets it past Doig, looking for him, but couldn't get it. As that is now Cosman. Cosman plays a little patty cake. Right back and forth. Gets it up. The Aggies now have some speed under their belts, but a good takeaway there. McGlory, they are not offsides and tries to make a move, but a good defensive play. And another block there from McGlory. Two great plays to keep that one off the back of the net and not even allowing to have a shot on Brown's net. As here's the Aggies trying to get back on defense. A good takeaway there by Ryan. Ryan just decides to chip that one in, and they will dump and chase. As Circus will send that one out to the outside to one of his defenders. As McQuaig has it behind his net. Nice little move to get around his man. McQuaig looking for an outlet pass. He finds his teammate Leone. Leone chips that one in, but Edwards is there. As Edwards gets that one taken away, and a little back and forth there as it ends up on the stick of an Aggie. Just decides to chip that one over, and it trickles in! What a goal there, hitting the little Datsuk flip over the glove side of Brown. As Peyton Woodleaf having an absolute great goal.
Woodleaf, a great goal, as you said. And something UNC has done really well today is they've done really well on swarming the puck. That was not the case there. Woodleaf was pretty much all by himself in a one-on-one, and he puts the perfect shot only where nobody can get it, even the goalie.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see that type of shot very often, but an impressive one here for the Aggies as we are tied up. As Tar Heels get it inside their zone. O'Shaughnessy had to go right through his legs, but Grady takes that one away. But the Aggies having some active sticks, but they're off sides, so the Aggies are not going to touch it. As there's Leone. Leone tries to make everything himself, and a good check there by O'Shaughnessy. Zajic sends that one up the boards. Ends up on O'Shaughnessy's stick. O'Shaughnessy tries to make a move. Oh, my goodness! O'Shaughnessy, what a save there by Circus. Oh, my gosh. Everything but the finish for O'Shaughnessy. He has looked incredible. Zajic takes a shot from the blue line. He scores! Zajic off the rebound of the O'Shaughnessy shot, and Zajic sends it right on the top right, and he just picks his corner, and it's 2-1 UNC.
Both of these teams have done a really good job of making some really nice moves in the open space. Zajic does just exactly that. Cuts in, cuts out, cuts back in, takes a nice little shot. You can't keep up with them. It's just been so many fluid movements out here.
Yeah, I mean, you go a little back and forth. That's the one thing you would definitely want if you're a Tar Heel, to be able to get back on the scoreboard and keep that lead on one as they have it in their zone.
It's a great response.
Yeah, absolutely. Doig will give chase to that. Doig looking for a man but can't find him as Tanner ends up with it, takes a slap shot that ends up on the back of the net of Circus. Good fight there as Vizhlina. As here comes Burdett. Burdett tries to take a shot, and that one just goes straight in the netting. Burdett ends up taking a shot of his own, and I mean, you've seen a lot of offensive pressure from both teams, but a lot more by UNC.
Texas A&M, you can tell by that shot they're feeling the pressure. They know they got to keep up in this game. Now, that's not the worst case scenario because you're getting an offensive chance on a face-off in your offensive zone, but definitely not the most intelligent shot.
Yeah, UNC
or rush.
UNC knows how to score the puck, so the Aggies got to just keep up with them as much as they can. As there's Edwards. Edwards finding his man on the inside. It gets to Mangle. Mangle takes the shot, but get good poke check there from Cosman. Cosman has been strong on this blue line for the Aggies so far. As the Aggies will just elect to chip that one out as Edwards wins the race to that puck, but he's with Spearman. Gets it sent all the way back down, no icing, as Mangle wins the race to that puck. Mangle tries to make a move, but gets it taken away. But another pass and another great opportunity, almost created from nothing, but a good save by Circus to just swallow that puck up.
That was great awareness by the USC shot right there, because that was basically a bounce-off deflection, and it's just one of those things where you got to be paying attention, know where the puck is, and even though it didn't go in, it was a great look.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's all you want if you're the Tar Heels. You've already scored 2. The more offensive pressure you can create, the better. As here's the Aggies. That's Perry. Perry gets it taken away, but it ends up on the stick of Leon. But O'Shaughnessy almost takes that one away, but the Tar Heels still have it in their possession. O'Shaughnessy giving chase to a couple Aggies. O'Shaughnessy ends up with on his stick. Grady with a shot. Another save. Grady again. Oh, my goodness. A couple of great saves by Circus. So there's Grady. Grady almost goes all the way across, but Glonick couldn't handle that one. Glonick takes a shot, gets blocked in front by an Aggie. As that one will hit the netting off the shot of McDowell.
And if you go back to that shot a few seconds ago, once again, the Aggies struggling in transition almost came to bite them, because that puck should have gone back up, but it was a miss, which ultimately landed a UNC land, and it gave them a shot. If it wasn't for a great save, and that would have been another goal you gave up.
Absolutely. The Aggies end up with it on their sticks. The Aggies, that is Leon. Leon is a name that I've called very often here so far. He's been the impact player here for the Aggies, as Brown will just elect to cover that one, as 2 Tar Heels were just not on the same page.
So a good chance here, though, for Texas A&M now. Going to get a chance in their offensive zone.
The more offensive zone time, the better for this Aggies team. They haven't had a whole lot of it, but when they have had solid time in their offensive zone, they've looked good. But you can't keep your time in the zone if you're going to lose draws like that.
They just got to get settled.
Absolutely. As Gleason will keep that one, get it out to Doig. A couple of big hits there along the boards as McQuaig sends that one D to D to Cosman. Cosman gets it up, but it gets taken away. There's another takeaway, but it ends up on the stick of Zajic. Zajic elects to dump, and UNC will chase and put on some pressure. Here is McQuaig. McQuaig will send that one up, and we'll get another puck that hit the net, so we'll get a defensive zone draw for the Aggies, and the Tar Heels are keeping up the pressure.
The Tar Heels have been coming at them very, very fast, and it's shown mentally it's jangled the Aggies up a little bit, because that was basically just a pass out of desperation, more so out of necessity.
Yeah, absolutely. The Aggies win that draw, get it across, able to get it out of their zone, but McGlory will win the race to that puck and chip it out of his zone. As there is Burdett. Burdett has done a great job. Burdett gets it on the back of his stick and almost had created something out of nothing. The Aggies, if there's Vizhlina, chip that one up, and it almost hits the ceiling of the ice house. I can't say I've ever seen something like that, as the puck actually ends up going through the netting right in front of us, as there will be a neutral zone faceoff.
That's something you don't see a lot, Ben.
I mean, this is a relatively high ceiling, Like it's not low by any means necessary, but the puck almost went and hit the very top of the ceiling. So interesting strategy, but works out for Texas A&M in this circumstance as Vizhlina will take the draw here.
Definitely not worst case scenario.
No, definitely not.
Gives him a little bit of a rest too.
Yeah, absolutely. As I believe that was Diskey who won that draw. As Edwards will try to win that puck. And he does. He wins the race, but it gets taken away by Diskey. As Mangle will end up with it. And the Tar Heels and the Aggies. Trying to make a good pass, but a good block and another oh my goodness, a couple of good chances, but an incredible block there from Vizhlina. Mangle tries to make his move, but gets it taken away there. As here come the Aggies. That's Spearman. Spearman. Oh, what a move there, but gets it taken away by Glonick. Great defensive pressure there from Glonick. Glonick has it fall off his stick, fights for it in the corner, and tries to get it sent up. The Aggies not able to settle that one as O'Shaughnessy has a little bit of a breakaway. Between both legs, and O'Shaughnessy just showing that he is the superstar out here on the ice. O'Shaughnessy fights for it in the corner, gets it taken away there. As that is Mullen who ends up with it on the back of his stick. Mullen takes a shot, goes low, but cannot find it, as Brown might have been able to get a piece of that one. There's only 1 minute left here in this period, and we've had an action-filled one here at the Greensboro Ice House. Zajic takes that one away, ends up on the stick of Grady. Grady able to get it up. O'Shaughnessy giving chase. O'Shaughnessy takes it away, as keeps up good offensive pressure. O'Shaughnessy tries to take that one back, but no can do. McAllister sends it back, gets back to Cosman. Cosman finds Leon. Leon will get it taken away, but the Aggies will give chase here, dump and chase. Zajic with a good defensive play there, as Gleason will get that one out of the zone. Grady gives it right to an Aggie, and almost on the same page, but just off was Matthew Perry to be able to get a good shot there. 9 seconds left in this period, and that might just about do it. There could be a time for one more rush, though. There's a shot, but they're offsides. You have 2.6 seconds left. I mean, you might have not been able to get a good shot, but any shot on goal is a good shot on goal in hockey. And unfortunately, Kalber and Grady were not on the same page. We'll get a neutral zone face-off with 2.6 seconds left.
That's just a lack of communication. And while it's not really a big call right there, considering it's only 2.6 seconds left, it could hurt, considering that it would have been a momentum jump if you made that shot.
Yeah, absolutely. As Doig ends up with it on his stick, Zajic will have it, but that will be the end of the period. The Tar Heels and the Aggies in a tight one so far, but definitely the hat being tipped towards the UNC Tar Heels. So we'll be right back after this intermission here in the Greensboro Ice House. And we are back here in the Greensboro Ice House where the Tar Heels and the Aggies are in the second period. About to get started here as both teams come to the benches. And Luke, what are some things that you've recognized through this first period so far?
Well, I think the big one is the fact that both teams have had a ton of offensive firepower here so far. A ton of shots have gone both ways. And that's impressive considering UNC has spent most of the time in their offensive zone. Texas A&M hasn't had a whole lot of chances, but when they have, they've been able to move it and have been able to get some really nice shots off of. And also, I want to see a little bit how the transition game is going to work out for Texas A&M, because considering they really struggled in that facet, they almost gave up a goal because they struggled in that. So we want to see how that changes, and if both teams will be able to keep it to offensive firepower.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams are skating like they have a fire lit in them. It really feels like both teams are being very competitive, just keeping everything nice and tight as there's a good game ahead of us here, as there'll be a quick swallow up by Circus. Circus has been put under some heavy fire so far.
Whole lot of urgency as you can feel between both these teams.
Yeah, as O'Shaughnessy takes that draw and wins it, but gets it taken away, gets back on the stick of O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy fights for it in the corner, sends it down. As there's a big fight for it along the boards as Grady chips it out. As the Aggies looking to get it outside of their offensive zone, as O'Shaughnessy again ends up with it on his puck. As O'Shaughnessy, a little drop pass, oh my goodness, right between the legs. Good pass, Patrick O'Shaughnessy. As the Aggies are giving chase. Grady makes a takeaway and a good shot. As the UNC bench thought that one went through, as Cauber was able to jump in there, but a good save by Circus.
I thought it went in there too. It was a really nice just rebound kind of shot right there, but a good job by the goal to be able to just fall on it.
Yeah, Grady did an incredible job to take that one away from an Aggie defender behind his own net. Zajic to Gleason. Gleason will chip that one in, as there is McQuaig. McQuaig sends that one up. As McDowell get that one. Zajic will chip that one in. As here come the Tar Heels. Tar Heels Doig. Doig will try to send a little backhand in, but we will have a cover up again from Circus.
And once again, the Aggies just struggling to really move the puck outside of their zone. The transition game continues to be a struggle for them.
Absolutely, as Pelota comes in to take this draw. As both teams fight for it on the inside, as Doig ends up with it on the back of his stick. Gets it taken away there. As we will see the Aggies trying to create something, but they get it taken away again. As there's Walsh. Walsh tries to create a shot, but it gets blocked in front by McQuaig. Ends up on the stick of Jazik. Jazik takes a shot, and a glove save there by Circus. First really impressive save here from Circus through traffic. Was able to have that tunnel vision and able to glove that one right up.
And both teams so far are taking a lot of shots, especially UNC, considering they've had significantly more time of possession inside of the offensive zone.
Yeah, both teams able to put shots on net. Both goaltenders have been tested. As the Aggies win that one, but immediately gets taken away. A crossing pass that couldn't find the stick of Vagina, excuse me. There's a shot on the inside, gets it taken away there. As Glonek gloves that one down. Little fight for it against the boards, ends up on the stick of Vagelina, excuse me. Mangle tries to give chase, but can't. Here's Smith. Smith tries to find a pass, shot it right on the inside, and a blocker save there from Brown. So it'll be two skaters on the ice. Good block in front as Mangle can't settle it down, but the Aggies maintain possession. That's Alexander. As White chips that one in, trying to find Mangle. Gets it taken away by McDowell. McDowell behind his own net. McDowell sends it over. McDowell to Norwood. Norwood tries to find McDowell again, but gets it taken away. A little chip. Grady ends up with it. But another takeaway. O'Shaughnessy tries to chip away at his numerical counterpart. As there's Hazley. Gets it taken away there. Grady trying to fight for it. Ends up on the stick of O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy just takes a shot, tries to get it right over the glove, but a good save there from Circus. So here are the Tar Heels. Decide to settle it down. Grady sends it in, gets hit a little bit, but little race to the puck won by McDowell. He chips it in the corner to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy to Grady, and Grady just wide. Grady gets it down to Klobner. He has the puck, gets it to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy with space. Takes a little backhand, gets it chipped up. Klobner again. Another opportunity. There's been so many chances here. Zajic, little tip, almost goes in, but just barely inches above. Gleason takes a shot, gets it knocked away there. That's a good defensive play from Norwood. Norwood will send that one off the glass, but O'Shaughnessy keeps it in. O'Shaughnessy tries to make a move. O'Shaughnessy gets it taken away. Zajic will give chase to that puck.
Sticks are hot here.
Yeah, very active sticks from the Aggies. As here's shot there from Vajlina. Go in the corner. Gleason will have it on the blue line. Excuse me, that was Pelota with that shot. Gleason able to keep the blue line with that. Pelota can't handle it on the end of his stick. Pelota sends it down. Tar Heels right behind their own net. Pelota looking for someone. Great shot there, but Doig gets it blocked in front by McQuaig. Good takeaway by McQuaig. Walsh will give it into the corner. Gleason faking the slap shot, gets it sent around. Here's Doig. Looking to send it back up to Gleason, but will send it down to Pelota instead. The Aggies looking to get it outside of their zone as Zajic is able to keep that one in. Nice move there. Zajic takes a shot, and it gets shouldered away by Circus. Circus has been put under fire these last couple of minutes.
It really has been, and to bring it back to the transitioning, this was all set up based on a stop. Texas A&M had a stop, made a really nice defensive play, and then their inability to get it to somebody bounces it off a UNC defender. So UNC gets it back, and then they spend, an additional almost 2 minutes just taking shot after shot. You can't do that to your goalie.
Yeah, here's the face-off that gets won by the Aggies, but immediately gets taken away from the Tar Heels. Right behind the net, that's Cosman. Cosman passes it up. He found Spearman. Spearman with speed, waits for reinforcements, tries to find a pass, and a good shot off of an impossible angle there. That was McBride. McBride in the corner. As the Aggies continue to fight for it, they're creating some good offensive zone pressure here. Able to keep this blue line in the inside. Good pass. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a save there from Brown. Able to kick his leg out and save it. And shot goes wide there from the point. That was McAllister. Or excuse me, that's Cosman. Cosman with the puck again. Cosman and another tip in front. Ends up on the stick of a Tar Heel. That's Mangle. Mangle will send that one in. I mean, what a save there from Brown off that just amazing move as the score remains 1-2 in favor of the Tar Heels. As here's Glonick. Glonick moves this one in. Glonick tries a little toe drag release, as the great Connor Bedard would say, as Circus will just swallow that one up.
That was once again an opportunity that was made for the Tar Heels because they were able to transition the puck from their defensive zone to their offensive zone. They've done a really good job of moving it in and out, just finding open lanes, something that A&M has really struggled with, and it's shown here.
Yeah, is Harris Cauber, who's able to take that one, gets it back to Glonick. Glonick to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy to Edwards. Tries to get on the inside. Oh, my goodness, what a save there from Circus. That shot looked like a designated play there from the Tar Heels that was ran to perfection.
Circus having a day.
Yeah, absolutely. He's put on some impressive saves so far. As here comes the Aggies. Brown able to take that one away. Immediate turnover. Oh, O'Shaughnessy in the right place at the right time to take that one away. Good block in front by Grady. As Glonick fights for the puck behind his own net. As the Aggies are able to keep the blue line. Almost creates a shot, but that's a broken stick from an Aggie. as the captain, that's Robbie Sowers, will run into the corner trying to fight for his team. Sowers ends up with it on the back of his puck. Nice little pass. Oh, my goodness. Creating a pass out of nothing with Sowers. But it ends up in the Tar Heels. Culver tries to make a move, gets it taken away. Good defensive play there from Norwood. Gleason tries to find a teammate, and it finds him off the skate of an Aggie. Pelota gets it on the inside, as that is Leon who will give chase to that puck and send it around the outside. As here's a breakaway chance for Chin. Chin makes his move, and good save from Brown on the one-on-one. I mean, doesn't favor the goalie too often, but a great save there, and another save from Brown. Good to see him continuing to be good. A stick impacts that a little bit, but a pass gets up to Walsh. But Walsh couldn't handle it. Walsh trying to find it, but a good takeaway there from Norwood. Gets it sent around the outside, and that will take an awkward bounce off the boards and get in the pads of Circus.
It's definitely a one-on-one. They might want back. Really good opportunity. Just kind of slipped away from them.
Yeah, and Chin created that almost out of nothing. He had some great speed to create that breakaway, but Brown able to step up to the task and to the challenge as the score remains 1-2. As there's a face-off taken, the Aggies win it. It's back to Norwood. Norwood sends that one up, gets on the stick of Gleason. Gleason gonna settle things down. Gleason now looking to make something happen. Takes it in himself. Gleason looking. Oh, just couldn't find that one. And oh, goodness gracious. Hits the post from a shot from Zajic from the point and goes off the post into the netting. That was a close call there if you're Circus.
Just another really good shot right there by UNC, but just some great defense by Circus. He's been on point today. I know they've given up 2 goals, but considering the amount of shots UNC has taken, it's warranted.
Yeah, 24 shots in 2 periods, roughly. They have done an incredible job at putting on the pressure. So here are the Tar Heels. Settle things down, trying to find anything, as O'Shaughnessy will end up with it on the back of his stick. O'Shaughnessy, they're going to call that offsides, as they are going to argue that O'Shaughnessy crossed the line before the puck did, and we will get a neutral zone face-off.
And at the end of that play, you see more of that physicality. There's been a lot of physicality today, a lot of hitting. You might assume that some words were spoken before this game started, because there has been a lot of animosity between these 2 teams. You can see it. Yeah,
as Edwards will just send that one in. I mean, you hope that nothing comes out of too much physicality here. Just some good club hockey. That's some tippage there, but no can do as another save from Circus. Ends up on the stick of Glonick after some antics. Glonick sends that one off the board to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy will send it right back to Glonick. Glonick has numbers. Good diving save there, and a good stick from Circus inside the crease to be able to keep that one out. Glonick takes a shot, and another save as a little push from behind, and we'll have a UNC defender, that's Grady, hit the ice after he was pushed from behind by Sowers, I believe, which is the captain.
And now you've got a little bit of discussions going on between Texas A&M and the refs. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, you wouldn't want any bad blood between these 2 teams. There's a lot of space between them. It's not often that a North Carolina club hockey team is playing one from the state of Texas, but here we are, and it's been real cool to see the Aggies come into town, take on some local North Carolina club teams, and able to come here today on neutral ice for Greensboro Icehouse. Edwards sends that one in, but gets it taken away.
And they've gifted us some good hockey today. So.
Absolutely. It's been a joy to watch so far as the captain, Sowers, will take this one up the ice with speed. Sowers will just elect to chip that one in. Sowers wins the race to anyone, but Brown makes a smart decision there to stick that one away. Ends up on the stick of Doig. Doig over to Pelota. Pelota ends up with it after he kicked it. Doig, what a shot. What a goal! Little back and forth from Pelota to Doig, and Doig puts that one home, and it is 3-1 UNC.
And that's where the transition comes into play. They were able to weave in and out of traffic, find the open man, and get it to him, and Texas A&M just wasn't able to react quick enough. As good as the Texas A&M goalkeepers played today, that's just one of those situations where you don't want to put him in that situation where he's got to think on his feet like that. Just a bad place to put him in, and a great play by UNC on transition.
Pelota, I have to commend his coordination there to be able to kick that pass to himself and still create something there for Doig. Another shot on net. These boys are absolutely buzzing out here. 9 minutes left, or just under 10 minutes left, excuse me, as the Aggies takes that one away. Ends up on Zajic's stick. Zajic will send it up as here comes Vizhlina. Will try and chip that one in, but a good defensive play there. As another takeaway for the Aggies. A nice little bit of contact there. Brown will come out of his crease to play that one. As here's the Tar Heels. Vizhlina sends a slap shot. What a rocket there from him. As he just trying to get off the ice, but almost created something good there.
And you can tell they're really feeling it because that's a far out shot right there. And you had somebody open, but hey, if you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Take a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you're tired, and you want to get off the ice as soon as possible, so you send that one in.
Can't hate the strategy.
No, absolutely not. More tired legs, the worse for where you are, as O'Shaughnessy takes this draw up against Perry.
And it gives you no face-off zone.
Yeah, absolutely. Gleason, which to mention, they've been very good in the face-off circle. That is the Tar Heels so far.
They've almost all but dominated them so far.
Yeah, absolutely. O'Shaughnessy ends up with it on his stick. Something you don't want to hear if you're an Aggie fan. As there's Norwood in the corner. O'Shaughnessy again. O'Shaughnessy making some moves. O'Shaughnessy pass it up to Gleason. Gleason takes a shot, gets tipped up in front by the captain, or excuse me, by the alternate captain, Norwood. Good takeaway there from Perry as the Aggies have some numbers. Tries to make a move. The Aggies, that is Leon. Aggies able to take that one away. That's Norwood. Norwood tries to chip that one in as Zajic will win the race to that puck. But sends it over to Gleason almost right in front of the net. Not as a dangerous place to put a pass. Gleason almost has it taken away there from Leon. Zajic ends up with it on his puck. Nice little pass to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy makes a move. O'Shaughnessy trying to find Grady, but Grady couldn't get there in time. Nice little takeaway there from Chen. Chen will send that one in to Leon. Leon will look for results there, but Grady ends up with it. Grady looking to make something happen. Around Cosman. Grady will find a man, but ends up on the stick of Chen. Chen will try and send that in, but a good defensive play there. A nice stick there from Kendrick. As Ryan ends up with it on his stick. Ryan takes a shot, gets blockered away. Oh my goodness, what a chance. What a couple of chances there from Ryan as the A&M defender, but A&M on the other way. Chin tries to make a move. Good defensive play there from Kendrick Holmes to lay the shoulder and not allow Chin to have any opportunities as Brown covers that one up.
That's a great hustle play by him right there, the defender, to keep up with Chen. Chen had a really good opportunity, almost a one-on-one with the goalie, so he'll chip him in there, not even really let that shot get off is impressive.
Yeah, absolutely, and just there's been some rough communication here from the Aggies sometimes in their defensive zone. Ryan had like 3 different shots on net on Circus, and it was basically off a dead play, but they just had some miscommunications, hit one of their defenders, and they had a prime opportunity but couldn't score. Behind the net of Circus, the Aggies try to make something happen. Can't create a takeaway as Diskey gets it up. As UNC will take that one away as there is, that's Duche, I believe. Some of the names are not right on my sheet, and I apologize for that one. As Burdett ends up with it. Nice little drop pass. And, oh my, that was a great pass there from Diskey or Duche. Again, there's not a number 10 on my sheet, unfortunately, but he made a great pass to allow there to be any chance. And I believe Burdett took that shot from the blue line, and though it went over the net of Brown, that was a great little drop pass. Metaphorically
speaking, and hopefully not physically speaking, this is going to become an absolute dogfight for Texas A&M to try to keep in this game. You know, North Carolina really feeling themselves, so they got to really hustle to try to keep this puck in their O-zone and try to get something going.
Yeah, and there's Brown who's able to block that one away. O'Shaughnessy in the corner as an Aggie falls to the ice. There's Norwood. There's a glove save from Brown. Routine save there from Brown. In 15 shots from the Aggies, he has only let in 1 goal. So impressive outing here from Brown so far.
And he caught that thing like it was nothing. He made it look easy.
Yeah, he's been out there doing really well. Also to note, the starting goalie most of the time for the Tar Heels is Joel Hughes. He is sitting in the bench today, but it's good to see that they have 2 guys that they can really lean on, this Tar Heels team, between the pipes.
And the way he's handling himself, you'd think he was the starter.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. As there's a little chip up as Gleason ends up with that one. Gleason taking that one away from Chin. As there's Zajic. Zajic looking for someone. Tries to find White, but there will be offsides there. As could not handle it was Leon, as Zajic will give chase in the corner. Looking for anything. White makes a man fall. Not really. He fell on his own. But White able to create a little opportunity here. Takes a shot that just goes wide of the crease. As there's Leon. Leon has it. Looking for something. Leon tries to make his own move, but gets it taken away from White. Great defensive pressure there from the Tar Heels to just swallow up any chance there. Chin finds Leon on the inside, gets it taken away. The Tar Heels, that was such a close one as the tip-in just barely goes wide. Leon had a prime opportunity to tuck that one home, but couldn't. As the Aggies try to go all the way down the ice, but that'll be icing.
And we talked about it earlier. Composure plays a big part into these games. If you watch these 2 teams play, you look at UNC, and they're playing very calm. They're playing very collected, almost like this is routine to them, right? And then you got the Aggies, and they're just jittery. Every single shot they have, they take it. They don't really give themselves a chance to get settled, and it's just part of the fact that they're just jumbled up mentally right now.
Yeah, Kendrick Holmes will take that slap shot, gets blocked in front, but still, the Tar Heels having a couple opportunities. Tar Heels able to take that one away with the Aggies. A couple of great plays there on the offensive side. But, yeah, you're right. The Tar Heels have given the Aggies absolutely no space to create a whole lot of chances, and they've had to rush some shots, rush some opportunities because of the swarming defense of this Tar Heels team. Ends up on the stick of Smith. Smith takes a shot, tries to pass it over. Actually, mistake. That was McBride. As here comes Kalber. O'Shaughnessy will put it in his hands, but he can't go anywhere because they're offsides. O'Shaughnessy tries to make a move, gets it taken away. Here comes the Aggies. As that's Alexander, sends it back. As we'll see the Aggies try to create some zone time, but they can't. Kalber, great defensive play. O'Shaughnessy with some space. O'Shaughnessy, nice little spin move. Keeps it away from his defender. Pass it up to Kendrick Holmes. Kendrick Holmes over to Grady. Grady takes a shot. Swallowed up by Circus. Nice little moves there from O'Shaughnessy. I mean, he's got his puck on a string.
He really does, and we talked about it a little bit, and we've given him a lot of credit on, especially USC on offense, but how tight they played defensively today, is really the difference because Texas A&M just has nothing to go off of. Whenever they get the puck, it's just an absolute swarm.
Yeah, nice little slap shot from the blue line was Glonek. Gets it taken away, though. Nice save by Circus. Fight for it in the corner. It'll end up on the stick of Burdett. Burdett will try to find a breakout, but a good stick there from Edwards. Behind the net, Circus will play it to the goal scorer. As there's Doig who gets it taken away there. As we will have Glonek who fights for that one, as Edwards will win the race to that puck, but almost gets it taken away. Glonek with a nice opportunity. Glonek with the toe drag release. Oh, yeah, and that's going to be a penalty. I was about to say, Glonek had an incredible opportunity to create something, but he gets held, and we'll see what comes out of it. If that's a penalty shot, I honestly don't know if that's here in club hockey. That's my mistake, but we'll send someone to the box.
That was a holding all the way, but if you look back at it before that, that entire play was set up because of how hard they were riding the Texas A&M Aggies. They have been all over it tonight, and that leads to an opportunity, which leads to a shot. And if you're Texas A&M, you better take your goalie out to dinner because he has made this game a lot better than it could be. It could be a lot worse.
As we'll get the first look on this power play for the UNC Tar Heels. Grady sends it up to Glonek. Glonek looking, gets it back. Grady sends a shot inside. Good save there. And the Aggies are able to send that one out of the zone. This power play unit for the Tar Heels, they have some absolute firepower on this team, and especially on this power play. Glonek looking to reset. Glonek will send that one up to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy with space. O'Shaughnessy trying to make a move. Sends it back up to Glonek. Glonek to Grady. Back to Glonek. Nice slap shot there, and he scores! Glonek to Grady. Back to Glonek. Bang! O'Shaughnessy scores, and just off an absolute one-timer from the right side, and the Tar Heels put their fourth one up on the board and the second one of this period.
It's a really good job by UNC to move that puck around, find the open guy. Obviously, you have a penalty, you're up a man, so somebody's going to be open. That's really smart hockey there, just to move that puck around, find the open guy, and then let him rip it.
Absolutely.
Boys are buzzing, stick is high.
Absolutely, and the Aggies need to find an equalizer, or find a response, excuse me. As that'll end up on the stick of Zajic. Good takeaway there. An opportunity, just couldn't handle the pass there. That was a prime opportunity there for Perry, but he kind of fumbled that one off his stick. Here's Norwood. Norwood sends that one in, no ice. Edwards will send that one up to Gleason. Gleason will try and send it back around, but McDowell gets there first. Zajic trying to find anyone as Ashford is giving chase to McQuaig. There's a fight for it in the corner. Mangle and multiple Texas A&M defenders. As there's a real tie-up, the refs are trying to tell them to get out of the zone. As here's the Aggies, they get it back. As you heard, possibly there, O'Shaughnessy scoring that goal. He's a little hometown favorite here from the town of Greensboro, playing for this Tar Heels team. There's only 10 seconds left, but O'Shaughnessy getting a warm welcome back into his hometown after he scored that amazing one-timer. The Aggies able to chip this one out, and that will just about do it here in the second period. Tar Heels really running away with this one. They had some awesome goals, some amazing opportunities, and the Tar Heels 4, Aggies 1, and we'll be right back after this quick intermission of 15 minutes. And we are back here in the Greensboro Ice House, where the Tar Heels and the Aggies have really provided us a really fun, entertaining game. We're here in this third period where the Tar Heels are up 4-1. They are coming off a big weekend where they went up into the ACCHL tournament with a handful of other teams from the ACCHL and played relatively well. But Tar Heels continuing to try and make some more momentum happen going into the later parts of this season. The Tar Heels and the Aggies fight for it across the corner as it ends up on the stick of Glonick. Sends that one inside. Gets on the stick of Grady. Grady, he scores off the rebound. Top goes bar down. And that's a great goal. That's Grady's second here in the night, or the afternoon, And the Tar Heels get on the scoreboard real fast to start off this third period.
UNC's done a really good job all day of taking these bounce opportunities and just these basically second chances at shots. This is not their first goal doing that. They've done a really good job of taking advantage of them and really just not sleeping on the puck.
Yeah, as here's Peltola. Peltola will get it back. He wins that faceoff. As that's Cosman. Peltola gets it in to Doig. Doig has some space. And he'll go up to his D-man. Nice little shot there, but it goes wide. As here's Burdette. As behind Circus's net. As here come the Aggies trying to make something happen. The speed here of Burdette. Burdette takes a shot, gets swallowed up. As Burdette tried to follow his own rebound. Something you can coach, but it's definitely something that it takes the heart to go and follow your own rebound. So nice little opportunity there from Burdette.
Something you can't coach is just the cool, calm, and collectiveness of Brown. He's done a really good job here in substitution. And right there, with a guy basically coming right down the throat, did a really good job of handling that puck, picking it up, and just doing it like it was easy.
Yeah, as here's Doig. Doig tries to find his teammate and does. Peltola. Peltola takes a shot, gloved inside, but the glove makes it go wide, but no goal there. Here's a 2-on-2 opportunity for the Aggies. Alexander. Good poke check there from Brown. Just able to be so calm there. Great little stick. There's another stick that sends that one up behind the net of Brown as Gleason ends up with it. Ryan. Peltola. Peltola has Vaglia. Peltola drops it for Zajic. Zajic back to Peltola. Peltola makes the move, but has it fumble off his stick for just half a second where he couldn't get to the other side of the goaltender, but a good save.
Even with the fact that didn't end up going in the net for the Tar Heels, that was a really good job of moving that puck around, finding the open guy, and just setting something up.
Yeah, this UNC team has a lot of team chemistry, and they know where their guys are going to be, their teammates, and that nice little drop pass to go out, and Peltola able to find some open space. There's a broken stick behind the net for the Tar Heels, as the Aggies will end up with it. Here's McDowell. McDowell elects to just chip that one in. Brown plays it with his stick, hits it over. One more time, as it ends up on the stick of a UNC defender, but it gets it taken away again by McDowell. McDowell sends it right into the ref as Dufresne comes up and gets that puck. Dufresne ends up with it again, but tries to chip it off, but Kendrick Hopkins, Grady will give chase to the Aggies. As White is also in the corner, as there's a little fight for it. No movement here out of the corner yet. As here is McDowell. McDowell off the boards, tries to get it up. Tar Heels able to keep the zone twice. O'Shaughnessy to Grady. Grady tries to find O'Shaughnessy again. Those two have combined for a handful of goals today. Edwards sends that puck, and that goes into the netting. And that was a late hit there on Edwards from an Aggie. I think that was Hasley. But we'll see if this continues to get chippy going into this last period.
And you can expect that it might get a little bit chippy, especially considering UNC is not taking their foot off the gas. They already lead by 4, but they want more, and that can really sometimes rub people the wrong way.
Yeah, you may think that UNC wants to do a little better than their in-state counterparts in NC State, as the Tar Heels are going. They've got a lot of speed, but Glonick hits it off. The ref has to pull a matrix right there. O'Shaughnessy skates it behind his own net, has all the speed. O'Shaughnessy tries to get it past, but Mangle is able to recoup, gets on the stick of Circus to an Aggie in the corner. As Chin tries to take that one away, but Edwards is able to send that one right up, as Mangle ends up with it on his stick. Chin sends it out of the zone, but Edwards is going to retake, but elects not to so he can get a line change for the rest of his teammates. As here's the Aggies right behind the net. McQuaig sends it over. And that is Cosman. Cosman finds Leon. Leon couldn't have that on the back of his stick off a good defensive play from Zajic. The Tar Heels looking for breakout. Peltola can't handle it on his stick, but a nice pass there. Doig gets dangled right around. As here is Alexander. Alexander scores! Excuse me, that's Robbie Sowers, the captain. I was looking down at the name sheet, and Sowers is able to take a shot from the face-off circle and put it in the back of the net, and now it's 2-5. A little bit of momentum here for the Aggies.
Really nice job by Sowers right there to basically just outrun his defender, get open, and just take a nice little shot right there. That's all effort, that's all gas, no breaks, and you gotta love that mentality even down by 4 goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sowers looking to just really create some energy here as the captain. You want to rally behind him, and they'll see if the Aggies can get something started here in this third period.
It is now or never.
Yeah, absolutely. Kendrick Holmes sends that one in. It goes right into the bench as Kendrick Holmes gets a little bit of a late hit there from an Aggie. And Kendrick Holmes was looking for a penalty call, but none called here.
And he's been all over the ice today. He's been making a lot of plays, especially on the defensive side of the ice. He's been all over dudes, and he's been able to show out his hustle, show out his energy. He's had a really nice performance today.
Absolutely. As the Tar Heels try to take that one out, and a shot from the blue line from Sowers. That's Norwood, excuse me.
Maybe it would make sense why he's taking a little bit of heat right now.
Yeah, absolutely. As there's the Tar Heels, they're going to go fight for it in the corner. As there's Walsh. Walsh tries to find White. White giving chase, trying to take it away from Norwood. Norwood on the inside gets it over. That's McBride. McBride tries to take a shot. Not going to happen. The Tar Heels are able to get this one outside of the zone. That was offsides. They barely got there. The race to the puck, the Aggies were not fast enough as Norwood is going to get called offsides.
And that was a really just missed opportunity right there. That shot was really close. If it had been a little bit more online, it might have been a goal. And we're looking at a 3-5 game. And now you get a neutral zone faceoff, which isn't really quite as nice as that shot or even an offensive zone faceoff.
Yeah, as Edwards ends up with it off the faceoff win. Edwards, nice little play to chip that one to himself off the boards. Hits the outside post of the net. But the Aggies are able to give that one outside of the zone as Grady is able to get there first. Here's O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy makes his move. O'Shaughnessy on the backhand. And O'Shaughnessy creating a chance, and we'll get a face-off here in the offensive zone and a nice little save. Great job by Circus to stay with O'Shaughnessy the entire way.
You can tell there's a little frustration there from O'Shaughnessy slapping his stick against the wall. Wanted that goal.
He really wants another one here for his hometown crowd. As the Aggies take a shot, but a nice stick there from Doig.
Can't blame him for going a little hard of a homecoming visit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not often that the Tar Heels play over here in Greensboro. They have actually been here and played in the Ice House once before this season, where they took on High Point in the first exhibition game of the season, where they took the loss 5-4. But other than that, I mean, they're not very familiar with this, so it's good to see O'Shaughnessy's home crowd here and able to pull them on. There's a fight for it in the corner. Ends up on the stick of Kosman. Kosman sends it into Glonik. Glonik hits it around, but not able to keep it in, as here's Doig. Doig tried to find Peltola, couldn't. Ryan, nice little play there to keep that one in. As here's Chen. Chen sends it back to his teammate. Here the Aggies again. Kosman sends that one in. Oh my goodness, what a random bounce off the wall. Almost goes in the back of the net. That would have been probably the craziest goal I've ever seen in my life. But if you're a Tar Heel fan, luckily that doesn't result in anything more than some oohs and some ahs here. As Kalber tries to find O'Shaughnessy, but it's not going to happen. Leon is on the outside. Leon is getting held up there by Zajic. No call. Grady with some speed. Grady trying to make his move. Grady find O'Shaughnessy, but a good little stick there from Chin. O'Shaughnessy finding Grady. Back to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy, I mean, the dangles on this guy are incredible. Grady.
It's just so shifty in the open ice.
Absolutely. He has just been all over this game. Grady gets it over to Kalber, but Kalber just leaves it for Gleason. Tried to find Kalber, was Gleason. As the Tar Heels not able to keep that one in after a good stick check there from Perry. Perry ends up with it on his stick, but Kalber tips that one out. Grady looking for an open man. Elects to do it himself and just chips that one in so his team can get a line change. Everyone but Kalber went to the bench. Kalber able to make a defensive play there, even though it was just him. Here's Walsh. Walsh sends it up to Tanner. Tanner takes a shot, but taken away here, it's Leon. Leon has a little bit of a breakaway. Leon takes a shot, as there will be a penalty as Leon got basically laid out from behind. Leon been one of the offensive prowess players here for the A&M Aggies, so he gets laid out by Kendrick Holmes.
He's been all over the ice today, and you can tell he's one of their better players, so he's trying to go out there, put the team on his back, make a nice play. It's a really good mentality, and it was there. He obviously got interfered with a little bit there defensively, so it's good to see him be able to get back up, though, not be hurt or anything like that, and Aggies now have a chance to get something going.
As we will have a power play for the they have it on the wrong side, but it's a power play here for the Aggies, as there's Brown saved. They might try and fix that here in a second, but it shows that there's a power play for the Tar Heels, but that is not the case. So we'll see if the Aggies can get a chance here. Sends it up, Norwood. Norwood trying to find on the inside of the ice, and what a save there from Brown to kick his leg out, just creating a bunch of tips right in front, and Brown able to save that one. Here's the Aggies. They come in, and there is Diskey. As the Panthers, the Tar Heels, Peltola tries to go 5-hole but can't. Peltola just not able to let that one go through. Here are the Aggies again. The Aggies looking for reinforcements, as there's Norwood. Norwood takes a shot. Good glove save. Another save from the pad, from the glove to the pad. Brown has been impressive here. A shot from Norwood hits the back of the net, as it will sit up on the netting of the Tar Heels. And we will see both teams go for line changes.
And you can say it's fair that in this, at least in this period, that it's been fairly even on time spent on each offensive zone.
Yeah, Absolutely.
A little bit more balance.
Yeah, I think it's been a much more balanced period. Both teams getting on the score sheet relatively early in this period. We're just over 10 minutes left in this game, and both teams on the scoreboard here in this third period. That's a good way to kill off some of that penalty as the Tar Heels try and kill this one off. That was Faglia. The Aggies trying to create something. Sowers gets it dropped off to him. Here is Leon. Leon finds his teammate. It gets the Sowers. But Leon again. Leon makes a move. Leon, couple of moves. And just some frisky movement right in front of the net. So much happening. Leon again, a nice stick there. And there was so much happening in front of that net. I'm surprised no one got their stick on the back of that one. But a great penalty kill here from the Tar Heels.
And you can see how much that penalty really meant to A&M, just how jambled they are in the head, because as you can see in that final shot over there was an open guy. They were doing a good job of getting the puck around. If you wait one more, you pass that over, that's probably a goal. But instead, they tried to rush it, and it ended up being a save. Yeah,
Grady ends up with it on the end of his stick. Grady fights for it in the corner. That's with McAllister. As there's Norwood. Norwood is able to take that one away and able to regroup a little bit. Norwood, nice move to get around his man. Norwood elects to take it in himself and just decides to chip that one in. As the Tar Heels, O'Shaughnessy, and seems as if we're going to have another penalty called here. Either a penalty or we're just going to get an offsides call. I thought I saw the tripping motion, but it seems if we're still 5-on-5. So we will go back on the offensive zone of the Aggies. Tar Heels able to win that one. So they send it across to Ryan. Ryan gets it taken away there from Colts Teague. McGlory giving chase to Colts Teague. Peltola takes that one away as Doig finds a man, Ryan. Ryan back to Doig. They're able to stay on sides. Ryan, nice little pass there, ends up on the stick of Smith. Smith on the end of the ice, and just a crosser that couldn't have a stick. It couldn't find its home. Doig ends up with it on his stick, but it gets it immediately taken away. Peltola gets it taken away again. That's some great defensive plays there by the Aggies. As here's Walsh. Walsh will send that one up. Walsh on the inside. That was White. White tries to make something happen. White tries to find a cross on the inside. Gets it taken away by an Aggie. Glonick keeps it in all by himself. Walsh with some space. Walsh tries to take a backhand, but a good defensive stick there from Burdett. Nice move there, but taken away. Multiple Aggies still on the ice here for a while as they really desperately need a line change. As Diskey sends that one in to the captain Sowers, who tips that one in. Glonick sends it right back out. White has some space. Couldn't handle it for a second, but a nice takeaway there from Sowers. The Tar Heels looking to settle it down for a little bit. Get it to Mangle. Mangle decides to chip that one in and get off for a line change. The Aggies, that's Diskey. Diskey over to Leon. Leon tries to make a drop pass, but just leaves it for no one. No one was home. Grady ends up on his stick. And he just decides to chip that one in. No one touches it as it goes right to Circus.
Now an opportunity for both teams to get their legs up, have a line change. Definitely need it in this kind of high-paced, fast game.
Yeah, absolutely. Texas A&M really needed a line change there. Their guys have been on the ice for quite some time. Tries to send that one up. It gets to Spearman. Spearman trying to go 1-on-4. Spearman able to take it deep, find a pass, but a good takeaway there from O'Shaughnessy. as they try to go across the ice, but it gets taken away there by McDowell. Gloved with ease after a nice couple of moves there, as the shot from Mullen would have gone wide, but a smart decision there from Brown to glove that one up and kill off any momentum.
We talk about Brown, and he's had a fantastic game stepping in today.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been dominant when needed be, and though he's gotten scored on twice, he's still been very, very, very solid. This team needs to have another goaltender to go to, and it seems like Brown may answer that call.
It's good to have depth and have two guys you can rely on.
Absolutely. As Hughes is their go-to guy, normally between the crease, and he's a great goaltender, and if you have another guy that you can rely on, it's really great for the program. There's a takeaway by Spearman. He has it, tries to find his teammate across the crease. That's the captain, as that one gets sent right into the netting. As a good stick there from a Tar Heel, as Sowers was trying to take a shot.
That was a good pass right there from one man to another, and that's been part of the problem today has been getting these passes completely there. Some of them have been offline, and you have open looks, and you just miss them by literally an inch or two, and that was damn perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. As we'll see here, they'll get it taken away. As Grady will end up with that puck. Grady makes a move. Grady couldn't get it past Sowers. Tried to find a cross-crease pass there, but Kalber couldn't hold on to it. Kalber sends it down to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy with space. O'Shaughnessy goes to the blue line with Tanner. Tanner is able to keep that one in. Tanner trying to find Kalber in the middle of the ice, but a good takeaway there. But the Tar Heels get it right back. O'Shaughnessy looking for that one. It gets on the stick of Grady, and Grady takes the shot, but it goes wide of the net. That's Kendrick Holmes. Kendrick Holmes sends it in, as the Tar Heels still have some good puck possession here. The Aggies can't get it out, but finally do, as Kendrick Holmes wins the race for that puck and sends it right back. O'Shaughnessy giving chase to Perry and Spearman. Spearman able to send that one in. Nice little move there. Gets it to O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy creates some space over to White. White tries to go across the way and does to Glonek. Glonek makes a move. Oh, what an opportunity there as Vaglia, was able to get there and put a shot on net. The Aggies need to get this one outside of their offensive zone. They've been in here for quite some time. Vaglia able to keep that on his stick. But Glonek takes a shot. Good block there from Mullen. As here's the Tar Heels look to settle it down. Vaglia sends that one in. Circus gets it, plays it. But Walsh is there and giving some good forechecking here for this Tar Heels team. That's really been the story of why the score is what it is. The Tar Heels forecheck has been incredible.
Texas A&M hasn't had any room to really gain any sort of comfort, get their feet wet. They just had a guy over them at any point. You pass the puck, oh, it's a guy there. You pass the puck again, another guy there.
Yeah, they've really been very active on this forecheck. Walsh gets it taken away there. Vaglia keeps it in. Sends it off the boards as White is giving chase. White sends it down as we'll find Cosman. Cosman. Send that one in, but it gets immediately taken away by Tar Heel because no one was home for the Aggies. Circus ends up going over his stick, and the Tar Heels are able to stop any rush from happening. But it ends up on the stick of Leon. Leon tries to go right on the inside. Gloved down by an Aggie behind the net. That was Perry, but it gets taken away. There's Ryan. Ryan to Peltola. Peltola to Doig. Doig just tried to shoot his spot, but a good save there from Circus. Sajic in the middle of the ice. Doig takes a shot right in the tee of the A&M as another good save for Circus.
And even with the 5 points being put on the board by UNC, Circus has had a really solid game today. He's had a ton of shots taken at him. And, I mean, sometimes they just let them out to dry.
Yeah, he's been real impressive in a lot of moments today. He's had some shortcomings, but you can't really complain too much when you're taking that many shots and letting in 2. Or 5, excuse me. There's a shot from the blue line, right on the face-off circle, excuse me. And here come the Tar Heels. Colber sends it in the corner, has no reinforcements, so the Aggies take that one away. As McDowell sends that one in, Zajic ends up with the puck. Zajic with a shot through traffic, but another good save from Circus.
And go back to that play that just happened a second ago. That was arguably their best play of transition the entire game, where they were able to go down there and get a nice little shot going. And that just hasn't happened a lot today. So part of the reason why they've struggled defensively a little bit is because they haven't been able to keep it out of their own zone.
Yeah, as we only have 1 minute and 23 seconds left here in this period. The third period of hockey. Ryan tries to take a shot, gets blocked in front there. But if you're a Tar Heel, I'd like to imagine you're sitting pretty right now here with a 3-goal lead with just over 1 minute left. Smith makes his move. Smith makes another move, able to send that on the inside, but it gets right to a Tar Heel. Nice shot from the blue line. Gets a good tip there, but nothing happens off that chance. Ryan ends up with it. Ryan gets it blocked in front there from Cosman, and the Tar Heels are able to send that one out of their zone. Spearman creates a nice little chance off some tips there as the Aggies have it inside their zone. As Mullen sends it over, but Kendrick Holmes is there. Kendrick Holmes gets it taken away from him. And then we'll see the Aggies continue to put on some pressure, but nothing yet. Good block in front there from Peltola, as they're not going to let a single shot get on goal here in these last minute. 10 seconds left, and the Aggies try to create one last thing, one last chance, but Ashford able to take that one away. They take a shot in the last second anyways, and that's it. The UNC Tar Heels come out on top against the Texas A&M Aggies. The Aggies fly all this way and unfortunately can't get a win this weekend, but the Tar Heels showed dominance, and they were doing a great job. O'Shaughnessy, Doig, a lot of those guys, Peltola, just showing their dominance. And Brown gets another win to his name as he'll start off this handshake line between the two teams. Good to see there's no bad blood here. But here in the Greensboro Ice House, we've had some really entertaining hockey here today. UNC Chapel Hill, the Tar Heels 5, the Aggies 2. I've been Ben Shelton with Luke Lee, and it has been a pleasure to call this game for you Aggies and Tar Heel fans, as maybe one day we will cross our paths again. Thank you for watching.